Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Delney Companies. This is a Selesnya Company deck, which is a little bit based on the both the Angels deck and the Selesnya Company deck that exists in the format at the moment, but obviously it's running slightly different cards, namely that it's running 4 copies of Delney, Streetwise Lookout, which is a new legendary creature from Murders at Karlov Manor. It's a 2/2 for 3 that says creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater, and if an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Crucially, this is not just enter the battlefield abilities, this is all abilities, so anything like Voice of Resurgence or Kellen, those abilities will trigger more than once with Kellen as well. And so the rest of the deck is kind of built around that idea of just kind of getting lots of creatures with power 2 or less with good ETB or triggered abilities, and then just using that to kind of get huge amounts of value over your opponent and slowly grind them out of the game. So our creatures we have the full 8 copies of the 1 mana producing elves, so 4 Llanowar elves and 4 Elvish mystics. Then our 2 drops, we've got 4 copies of Voice of Resurgence, so this is a 2/2 that says whenever an opponent casts a spell during your turn, and when it dies, you create a green and white elemental creature token with this power and creature's power and toughness, so each equal to the number of creatures you control. Obviously, if you have Delney, this triggers twice every time the opponent either casts a spell during your turn or it dies, so you get 2 tokens. Kellen, Daring Traveller, is a 2/3 that whenever it attacks, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card with mana value 3 or less, you put it into your hand, or you can put it into your graveyard. Has also an adventure attached, which is sometimes quite helpful as a turn 1 play. So we have that as well to potentially trigger twice when we have Delney on the battlefield, and then the great payoff card, which combines so well with this new creature, is Charming Prince. So when it enters the battlefield, you choose 1, scry 2, gain 3 life, or exile another creature you control, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next end step. So if that triggers twice, you can then exile 2 of your creatures, say your Skyclave apparitions, and you're just getting huge amounts of value off the kind of double exile, bringing them back and doing all of the rest of it. So that could be a very powerful combination. Then we've got a couple of copies of Brutal Cathar and 4 Skyclave Apparition as our kind of removal, creature-based removal, so they can exile creatures or non-land permanents the opponent controls when they enter the battlefield. Then a couple of Night of Autumn, so this similarly has a bit of utility, so we can make it a bigger creature. If Delney's on the battlefield, you could potentially make it a 6/5. We could destroy an artifact or enchantment, or we can gain some life, so it has some kind of uses, whatever we're playing against, really. And then we have our kind of getting stuff onto the battlefield card. So we've got 2 copies of Kyla's Reconstruction, and then 4 copies of Collected Company. So both of these let us look at the top 6 or 7 cards of our library and put creatures or artifacts with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and just creatures with Collected Company. But in this deck, that's basically the same thing. So we can fetch any of our creatures from the top of our library and potentially kind of at instant speed put down a Delney, Skyclave Apparition, and start generating large amounts of value. So yeah, that's the idea behind the deck. And then our mana base, pretty self-explanatory. We are running the full, the kind of full gamut of dual lands. And we've also got 4 Mutavault, just to give us some additional creatures, and then a couple of basic lands and some utility lands as well. Then the sideboard's fairly simple, so we've got 4 copies of Remorseful Cleric. So this is a 2/1 with flying, so it's quite useful to have any creature with power 2 or less in this deck, so we can bring that in and also exile the opponent's graveyard as and when we need to. Anointed Peacekeeper, so this is a very good way at kind of ripping apart the opponent's hand. You look at their hand, choose any card name. The spells they try and cast with that card name cost 2 more to cast, and activated abilities of sourced with the chosen name cost 2 more to cast as well. Archon of Emeria, so this is good at shutting down particularly Izzet Phoenix and decks which are trying to do lots of things all at once, and Collected Company is a very sneaky way of essentially kind of cheating around that, because you can cast it on your opponent's turn. You're kind of playing 2 creatures for the price of 1, so that's a good bet there. Then we've got a couple of Redains, so this is very good at slowing down opposing control decks and decks which are trying to kind of wrath the board or put powerful non-creature spells into play. And then a couple more Night of Autumn just in case we need it, either for the life gain or for that destroying artifacts or enchantments. So that is the deck. Fairly simple, I think. Just kind of Selesnya mid-range in some way, Selesnya Blink, Selesnya Company, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's just all about getting value off this very interesting and powerful-looking new creature. So yeah, let's go on to the ladder, see how we go on with this. Thank you very much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons as ever. Let me know in the comments if there are more cards, more decks from Murders of Karlov Manor that you want to see. And yeah, let's go on to the ladder. Okay, so the opponent's on a Gigantha deck, so that could be a number of different things, but this is a good hand, so... So yeah, it could be Sacrifice, could be Boros Convoke, Gruul Vehicles, all kinds of things play Gigantha, to be honest. So we have turn 1 Llanowar Elves, always pretty good. Is it indeed? Izzet Phoenix? With Gigantha is interesting. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's pop a Voice of Resurgence into play. Yeah, that's quite annoying. So let's journey on. Crack a map on our Voice of Resurgence. Okay, well at least we drew the land. Pass the turn. Yeah, this is all fine. Delney, unfortunately, is very vulnerable to removal here. So we will get a creature out of that. So we could Collected Company, which I think I'm happy to do here. Let's just play our land. See what happens. Okay, well that's... Several Phoenixes in the bin. Looks like they have a treasure cruise here, yep. Would explain why they got rid of one a moment ago. Wow, that is awful. Yeah, we can bottom both of those. Let's play Voice of Resurgence. Delney Streetwise Lookout. So depending on what the opponent does here, they are facing down quite a lot of damage. But they do have 2 Phoenixes to bring back. Ooh, interesting. They are living on the edge here. So, how much damage can I do them? Looks like not quite enough, unfortunately. So if I activate Mutavault, this becomes a 3/3. I play another creature, it becomes a 4/4, and I can only hit, and that's 8. Any other way around this? Kellen doesn't do it. Knight of Autumn only gives us 4 life. No, they just about got us there. So let's bring in Archon of Emeria, Remorseful Cleric. And I think we can take out Kylo's Reconstruction. What else can we lose here? Sadly, I think we are probably going to have to lose Delney, just because he is far too easily killed. And we'll trim a Knight of Autumn as well. Going to have to return to basic value. Yep, that'll do. Send Kellen on an adventure. Now we'll pop him into play. No point playing a creature with 2 toughness there, just in case they had a fiery impulse. Wow. Okay, that's a pretty good start for them. Cool, cool. Okay, well, let's attack with Kellen. It's pretty good. Play Archon of Emeria. Whoops. How we laughed. Okay, let's play another Archon. Three, 4 is pretty spicy here, just because they'll need a lightning axe to kill it. Okay, let's take away their Ledger Shredder. I mean, Shredder's much less good when you can only cast 1 spell per turn, but... Okay, that's not terrible. But it is going away, I'm afraid. So let's take their young Pyromancer. Activate Mutavault. Now, Brotherhood's End is a problem here, but it does not kill Archon. So, let's attack for 3. Play Voice of Resurgence. Yep, that won't do it. Oh, Brazen Borrower does, I think, actually do it for them. No, fair enough. Yep. So let's activate Mutavault twice. Not actually attack with that second one, that was a mistake. Because if they're going to bounce Archon, then I will need 3 mana to replay it. Now we do get a token out of that, which is good. So they're still in quite a lot of trouble here. Okay. Yep, they're dead, so... Very good, okay. So, Archon of Emeria proving its worth there. Don't think we're changing the deck at all. Do I want Redain? Probably not. Kylo's Reconstruction, no. Knight of Autumn. A 4-power creature actually might not be the worst. I might swap that out for Brutal Cathar, just because Cathar is, again, quite a vulnerable creature. Anything with 2 toughness that doesn't, do anything. Voice of Resurgence is fine, because you get the creature off it, but... Okay, that's good. So, let's play Llanowar Elves. Yep, use up your removal, thank you. Please do. Ooh, Coco's good. So let's just add 2 more elves to the board, I think, here. That's fine. So let's just pop Archon of Emeria into play. We'll send in the creatures. They might have just a Picklock Prankster. We'll wait to see what they do. Yep, okay, let's Collected Company in response. Pop down another Archon and a Kellen. Ooh, yeah, they could Treasure Cruise here. But it's all they could do. Okay, let's journey on. Let's crack a map on one of our Archons, just because I would quite like to, get one of them above 3 toughness. Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah, no, we should have put that in the bin. Click the wrong button there. Never mind, I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference. And let's play Voice of Resurgence. Okay, that's fine. So let's prop another Kellen into play, into an Archon, and then just kill them. Yep, very good. Okay, we took down Izzet Phoenix. That's very encouraging. So we're on the draw. I can live with this hand. So let's journey on. So the opponents looks like they're on a mono green deck. Let's pop Kellen into play.
Octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
Okay. What are we doing here? Let's play Temple Garden. Let's Charming Prince Scrying 2. Have another Charming Prince. That's the wrong land, I think. A Mystic. Attack your... Ah, look at that.
Hands off.
Magic. Oh. How did that happen? Well, we have a problem here, lads. So we can Brutal Cathar away their Titan. Or we can just Collected Company and hope for the best. Okay, that's pretty good.
Back to the depths.
Neither of these can block our creatures at the moment, so let's pop that in the bin. What am I looking at? A land? No, we'll have a land. So this has to be a creature. Yes, you may do me 7. Congratulations. Okay, what can we do here? So we can Brutal Cathar away their Titan, but we don't have any good attacks anymore. Let's let's do that anyway. Play Charming Prince. We'll just scry 2 again. Get rid of both of these. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this mono green deck is nasty. Just the Sunken Citadels into Castle Garenbrig. I mean, that was what, turn 4 Titan? We don't like it. We don't like it at all. Okay. I will take 8 here. Because you never know. Might be able to do something. Not with that in play, we won't. Okay, let's move on. So, what can we do here? I think we can... Does Redane even help us here? This version probably isn't even running Storm the Festival. There. Archon is okay, I think. So let's put in Archon. Take out Voice, because they do everything at sorcery speed. Maybe Anointed Peacekeeper is quite good. Yeah, let's pop that in. Take out all the voices. Take out Night of Autumn. One more cut. Let's just cut an elf. Can't think of anything else to do. Yep, that's fine. So turn 1 elf, turn 2 journey on into Kellen. And just hope for the best, I think, mainly. Just hope they're a little slow off the mark. Yeah, Lanoir elf. So I could play Delney here. Let's see what we get off the Kellen attack first, I think. Okay, another elf. I do quite want to play that. But I also want Delney on the battlefield, so let's take the risk, I think. Hope we draw into a land. That's fine, actually. That's not bad at all. So, So let's crack a map on our Delney. Yep, that's good. Let's place Skyclave. Take away both of these.
Just gonna slip away.
2 Kellen triggers. We will keep that on top, I think. Let's do what we could do with 1 more land.
Not to brag, but my friend's kind of a big deal.
Okay. Let's just attack the opponents, I think, here. Ignore Kiora. That can go in the bin. Let's just hold up collected company.
I love to make a splash.
Mm-hmm. None of these... Yep, I was going to say, the troll can't block any of our creatures. Okay, that was fine, although we were on the play, obviously. So let's pop back in the elf. Let's take out Kylo's reconstruction and just run it back, I think. The opponent got a little stranded on mana, but we had everything we needed to kind of take out what they were doing. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Charming Prince might do a lot of work for us here to kind of get rid of their worst things. Blinking apparition over and over again. Okay, yeah. Well, let's start eating away at their mana ramp. That's fine, doesn't do anything by itself. Archon's an interesting one, so I don't think we need that yet. Let's play another elf into Prince with some scry value. Yeah, I'll take a Kellen. I'll attack the opponent. So the Hydra's not doing very much at the moment. What do we do here? So let's pop Kellen to play. And let's play Archon. Send all of our creatures at the opponent. Yeah, that's not terrible, actually. Ooh, Brutal Cathar's a good one. So let's play Brutal Cathar. Get rid of this. So attack and attack. Oh, like that. Yeah, we'll end the turn here. This is going reasonably well. Almost concerningly so, one might say. So, next turn we can Cathar away their Voracious Height. Well, let's see what they do. I mean, if they play another creature, then we'll have to reassess, but... Yep, sure thing. They still can't fight down any of our bigger creatures, though, so that's good. What are we doing here? So let's Brutal Cathar away this Hydra. Ooh, Anointed Peacekeeper's a good one. Pass the turn again. Wish things were happening quicker, but we're holding our own.
I've survived an apocalypse. I will survive you. Watch out, they bite.
So that's just an 0-1, which is very interesting. So let's take a sneaky peek in their hand. So Hornet Queen isn't coming down anytime soon, so let's just say Vivian. At least I don't think it is. Oh, it might be, actually. In which case, let's say Hornet Queen. Now, let's use Archon to kill Vivian, attack with Kellen.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Yeah, Hornet Queen would be a massive problem. I would love a collected company or something like that. Just the ability to cast something at instant speed would be where it's at. Sure thing.
Close your eyes, breathe, and listen to the sounds of the wild. Stomping time.
Okay, gotta keep my Peacekeeper alive then. So let's... How are we doing this? Let's hit Vivian. Play Charming Prince.
Annoying.
Scrying 2. Don't need either of those. Quite glad I did that. Oh, this is going to be a close run thing. I think the fact that we just haven't drawn into Collected Company or anything is going to probably polish us off. Just because I think they can land Hornet... They'll be able to land Hornet Queen very soon. Yep. Here she comes. I mean, if we were to draw like a Kyler's Reconstruction or something, that would be quite helpful.
This'll be fun to watch.
No, just more land. Okay, this is going to be tough. I think we're dead. But you never know, we might draw something. Let's just play Llanowar Elves. Ooh, this is mighty frustrating. Yep, that makes sense.
With my aim and their claws, you're done.
Interesting that they are Not... Okay, Titan of Industry makes sense. So yeah, it's really Kyler's Reconstruction or dead here. And even then, it might not be enough. No, close run thing, but just drew badly towards the end there. Ah, Keruga deck, you say? Okay. Well, this will get us Delney into play quickly enough, so... Fortunately, Kyler's Reconstruction feels a long way off. A Charming Prince will help. Opponents... Oh, we seem to be playing opponents in Mythic for some reason. Well, we'll pop Kellen there, and we'll just have Kyler's Reconstruction ready to go. Let's not make any attacks here. There's no point playing into anything they might do. Greater Tanuki is fine, so this looks like Quintorius combo. Hopefully they won't go off before we can do our thing. Okay, they don't currently have white mana, so they're not playing Quintorius. Well, I mean, we may as well. Boo! Not that we'd have got a huge amount of value out of it anyway. I mean, this is a... Oh. Huzzah! Okay, so... I think we want Redain in this deck. We want Anointed Peacekeeper. And what do we not want? We don't really want Voice of Resurgence. Or Brutal Cathar. Skycave Apparition's probably not very good here either, so let's trim a couple of those for just quicker creatures. Yep, this'll do. Collected Company for the win every time. Not expecting Delney to survive, but it would be funny if it did. Sure. Yeah, if they want to use a leyline binding on a elf, that's fine by me. I could blow it up, but it doesn't really seem worth it. Don't want to ramp them at all. Sure. So yeah, let's just drop Delney into play. Okay, in which case I think I will Coco. Well, that was awful. Let's not do that again. Ew, it's not looking good, lads. I mean, we cleared a lot of detritus off the top of our library there, but we do also have now nothing left to do, so... Well, that wasn't very interesting. So we'll just run it back and do better. Oof. Something particularly egregious about when Collected Company does that to you. This isn't the best hand, but it's enough that I think we can play with it. It's very slow, but then the opponent's slow as well, so... So let's pop Redane into play, I think, here. Okie dokie. Let's play an elf, and let's take a sneaky peek in their hand. Oh, well, I think... Hello, Quintorius canned. So I think that is holding priority just so they can cycle. Yep. I mean, they've got a lot of life. Sorcery. Fine, let's play Collected Company. Yep, grab 2 Knight of Autumn. Let's activate a Mutavault. Okay, they are absolutely determined to keep gaining life. Down to 10, play Charming Prince. Scry. Bottom, bottom. Okay, you got 1 turn. You can't both kill my Anointed Peacekeeper and play Quintorius canned, so I wish you luck. Even Dayline Binding doesn't help because they only have 1 white mana. Very good. Just got in enough disruption there. Oh, it's always good to beat a player who's in Mythic. Top 150 as well. So yeah, that was Selesnya Delney. Good fun, if not, I don't think it's going to break anything in the format, but interesting to kind of see what this card can do. It's very fragile, let's be honest, it dies to everything, but if you can get the value off it, there's definitely a lot of value to be gained. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you next time.